How's it going? Here's my vlog. How come there's no... This is my vlog for November 13th. It's 9:59 a.m. Wednesday. Yeah, I'm trying to get Livy put together. The last couple days, because I've been sick, I've been working on Livy. A lot of time. Right now it's thinking, as you can see. A lot of time because I had to, for like 2,200 of these, I had to copy paste them over, and then for half of the ones over there, I had to actually add the time to the pages, and then I had to count on a bunch. And this was yeah, I remember this was one of the ones. This is the one that was going to be the most time consuming for me. But after I do this, after I do Livy, all the other books, to add the menu to them is going to be way, way, way quicker. Like I could do a book, maybe a book in like an hour or something. I think I'm going to do the Mahabharata next. I think I have like 6 different sizes of the Mahabharata. See, look. Let me show you how this works. So it's stop thinking. So now what I do is I try to scroll down and then it starts thinking again. So basically I have to sit here and wait till it stops thinking. It was spinning around for like a half hour. I was laying in bed. I should have been stretching. I should be stretching. But as soon as it stopped spinning around for a half hour, that was when I was able to delete the other chapter that was on there and then paste this one on. And then I guess it just kind of has to catch up to itself. Livy is like the absolute, like extreme of what this computer can handle. This is a 2017 MacBook Pro. This is like one of the reasons why I didn't want to work on my website anymore. Because a lot of these pages are just too big for this MacBook Pro to handle. See, look. Joe's just thinking. Because I'm trying to get the entire book on one page, you know, and you can do it. But it's like just sitting around spinning, you know. If anybody wants to buy me a computer, that would be awesome, but I guess everybody's too flat broke for that, and there's no use for a website like mine in today's world. So I'm the only one who sees any value in putting books online condensed like this, but it's kind of sad, but see, look, came back to life. So now I'm on my truth. Scroll down. Oops, nope. And you know, I mean, there is a chance that this computer just can't handle it, because I just increased the size of it by, you know, each one of these little guys, these numbers, plus that number, that's how many pages it is, and that's how long it gets to get through the page, if it's 50 seconds per page. So that's 2,200 of those, so it's 2,400 of these, and a whole bunch more, what is that, like times 6, so like 10,000 more characters in this page, which could bring it over the top. But you never know until you sit here and stare at it. But I mean, I've been in situations where I've left the computer alone, and the computer never actually comes around. Like if it spins around like this forever, what's eventually is going to happen is it's going to crash the program. It's going to crash instead of stopping spinning around like that. Dreamweaver's gonna just shut down. There will be no Dreamweaver. Like I'll come back at like in an hour and I'll look at it and Dreamweaver will be like, yeah, we had to shut Dreamweaver down, you know, and that's when it's officially just too damn big. So, I honestly, I don't know. I mean, I really, See, I wanted to get Livy. Livy up here because it's. I wanted to read it. Um, yeah. Oh, see, look, there it goes again. Let's see what happens. See if we can scroll this sucker down, or if it's gonna start spinning again. Huh. Now it's not doing either. Now it's not scrolling or spinning. So we can go up here. Yeah, no, now it's just spinning around. Ooh, but it's not. Here, let's grab onto this and see if you can scroll down. Nope, just spinning. Yep, see? So, as soon as I can scroll this, I could save it now, but I just wanted to make sure that it didn't, like highlight the part below it. But as soon as I can save that, I can then upload it. I have just upgraded this page to having the pages and the numbers attached to each chapter. Now let me tell you why. This is another level. So if you're looking at this chapter here, chapter 10, like that's the chapter, and the idea is that you would look at that chapter and try to memorize the chapter by looking at that. And so before it was just the number of the chapter, but now you've got the pages and the time. And it's better to have the pages and the time because it gives personality to each of these chapters. It helps you memorize in what chapter what story happened. Oh look, it stopped spinning around. And so now eventually what's going to happen is whenever it's done spinning, the idea, because I keep scrolling it down a bunch of times, the idea is that it's going to catch up enough to start going, catch up with all the scrolling that I did on it, and then it'll stop, and then when it's all said and done, I could then scroll down, and then it's back to snuff. It's like caught up with itself, and then at that point I could place the mouse in a place where I could then paste the other chapter, because I have two different chapters on here to add. So there's 3 of them in total. There's the main body, there's here what I'm showing, and then there's the one that I spent a whole long time. I used ChatGPT to do, and I actually think I'll read it over before I even paste it here. Because I don't want to paste it twice. If I paste it twice, then that's 2 times where I have to sit around and like deal with this thing just spinning around for like an hour. It's better to only do it once. So, what I was gonna do is, see, here we are. Can I have it back? Nope. Yeah, maybe I should just wait, go to the gym, come back in a couple of hours. Yeah, I have to, I have it for 50 words per page, and I don't know how many pages that is. I think I did a word count once, but I forgot. I think it's like, maybe it brought it down like 10 times, which is a good ratio. There's this law of learning. I can't remember what it was called, but they did studies and everything. And if you want to learn something, you would learn it in chunks, getting bigger and smaller. And they were doing it in like if it was like 5 to 10 times smaller each time, that was a good chunk. And so, this going down to 50, making it 10 times smaller is good. So that means that the buyer is 3,300 pages, but if it's just the menu, it's 330 pages. And I made sure to keep all the numbers on it. So I was going to make sure that it was all the numbers weren't spelled out, because ChatGPT accidentally spelled out a lot when they could have just put the digits. put the digits on, and then I was going to try to get ChatGTP to add, because Dreamweaver can't do this, to add the special fonts to the numbers. You put the number font on there. I have specific fonts throughout my entire website for time and for numbers. And ever since ChatGTP came out, I came up with the idea to have ChatGTP add those onto the pages to help them easier to read. Yeah, so but I'm kind of a little bit worried because I don't know if this computer can handle another 330 pages without blowing out the computer. You know, it might not be able to handle this one, and if it can't handle that one, I'll just have to make it its own page, you know, until I get a better computer that can handle it. The cool thing about these giant pages is that even cell phones and slow computers like this can handle reading the pages, even though they're so big, you know, and they can't handle building them. So that's really cool. But the thing is, like, Livy's the biggest one out of all these. This is the only one that's just way too big that I can think of. You know, because I have, like, Mahabharata. Some of the Mahabharata ones are really big, like 3,000, like book 12 or something. And so I'm going to add all these different... Oh, I remember what I was going to do. Okay. Each Mahabharata page, if it didn't fit, I was just going to have it in a separate page. So I was going to have all the different sizes of the Mahabharata on one page, and then the full-size Mahabharata on its own, until later, whenever I have a strong enough computer to throw them all on the same page. So it won't be as time-consuming as this. But all the other books, they're pretty much, I think you can handle it. You can throw them in there, and they can absorb the extra size. That's why... you know, if I can successfully do Livy, then it'll be like downhill after that. But I really wanted to get Livy up, even without adding the extra fonts. Like, maybe I'll just throw it in now, because I wanted to be able to read it. Yeah, I wanted to be able to read it. It's going to help memorize the book. It's the first time that it's ever been done. I think on any of these books. So yeah, you guys should hook me up with money so I can buy a computer and get going on the site again. It's kind of disturbing that I'm the only person who understands the value of putting these books online like this with all of them on the same page. But, you know, it'll motivate me to explain, you know. If you're the only person who believes in something, that gives you the opportunity to write about it, you know. And you can try to... That's the highest form of writing. Writing to convince people of a concept that nobody else but you understands. It's way more time consuming than, like, telling a story or writing an instruction booklet or something. This is like the highest end instruction booklet, and it's actually a really simple concept, you know. Like, if I were to explain somebody, I would explain it in just a couple seconds, and then they give you that glazed look. So the most challenging thing is to explain a super simple concept to people, like, in a way that they understand what you're saying. So you have to kind of explain it in a bunch of different ways. And from all the different angles, and see if the super geniuses can, with all of the money, can see what you're saying, or if anybody else can. So, yeah, so yesterday, Today is my 10th day being sick, including the very first day. So like 10 days ago was the last time I exercised. I went to the gym. And I was thinking about taking the day off, depending on how I feel, just to give it a good 10 days of being sick. Not 10 full days. 10 days including the day I went into the gym and worked out, and then I rode my bike in here, and then like a half hour after I got off the bike, I was just sick as a dog. All right. Oh, look. See, look. See, this is what I'm talking about. Here's where it catches up. And it's catching up to all that dragging I was trying to do. Okay, let's see if this thing's gonna scroll now. Hit the mouse. Nope. How about if I go up here? It's all because I don't have enough money to buy a nicer computer. Nobody gave me, this guy named Donovan gave me 20 bucks like 5 years ago. And yeah, that's it. Now I'm off the algorithm. Like my last video log got like 1 hit. Probably maybe because I told everybody where Atlantis is, but at least my website's still on there, you know? It hasn't been illegalized yet. So yesterday, the last like 2 days I was just working on this. It took forever. But I went and hung out with my mom yesterday. I moved some things around for her. She has COVID too. She got it about 2 days after I did, and she's taking this like antibiotic that's making her extra tired. She said COVID, this is her 4th COVID, and it's her worst. So, and it's my first time getting COVID, and I haven't even been sick at all for like 20 years, so I'm thinking about smoking weed. I kind of want to get to the bottom of this. This is kind of the problem of when I was working on my website all the time. I was always doing this. I was always sitting around watching this thing just spin around and sitting on the couch when I should have been working out. But yeah, I could do like curls. I should. But I have this marijuana plant in there. I chopped a nugget off of my own marijuana plant last night because it's pretty much gets me high. All of the dendricles are still perfectly straight, and I guess some of them have to turn orange and curl in before you know that the plant's ready. But I was grabbing that to help me with this. I kind of have to smoke weed to work on this. So I don't know, I might do that. I might grab a nugget and just stare at this thing just to see if it can come back to life like in another half hour, and then I would paste on the other one. But I don't think I want to actually, because it'll crash it out. I should get on the other one and read it and fix it. And I could have, like, there's 2 ways to add the number fonts. There's by just right-clicking and then just manually doing it, and then there's ChatGTP doing it. And it's kind of debatable what's faster, because maybe ChatGTP got a little smarter, but ChatGTP, sometimes it takes forever for it to understand what you want, and then when it figures out what you want, it forgets. And I think I have my memory full on it anyway from other conversations I had. I could purge my memory. Maybe I could try that, purge its memory, and then ask it to do its task. But so if I have ChatGTP working at the same time as I'm manually doing it, maybe today I could get it done. Maybe it's worth it to do it, to add them all. Because if I have the body, and I can't show it because the computer's too busy spinning around, but I could show you it. But when it has 50 words per chapter, there's like, most of them have the numbers, because I specifically make sure to keep the numbers. And when the numbers have their own font on them, it kind of gives a signature to the chapter, you know, kind of like recognizing someone's face. It gives a personality to each chapter, and you remember the actual numbers of things, and it helps you memorize the contents of that exact chapter, but also it gives that chapter a personality when you're looking at it, that book, a personality. Yeah, that chapter a personality when you're looking at it and amongst all the other ones. So, but I'm really looking forward to reading it. I really want to read that. I haven't read through it one time yet, from beginning to end. And once I get it on my website, that's why I wanted to get on there. I could listen to it like when I'm in the gym. I could listen to it, read it out to me, and it would, you know, like a book, and help me memorize Livy. You know, I think it's possible. It's kind of a bummer when you live in a world that's full of desperation, and like it's just like super poor people who are in survival mode. So you know, they would just look at you with this glazed look on their face and snarly, because they're more likely to get jealous of you for having the spare time to make a website than they would be to even listen to see what your website is. And then that coupled with all of these filthy rich people with millions and millions of dollars, but yet they're too broke to give people like me $5 because they can't see the value in anything. They're like, well, if I give you $5, I'd have to give all of the dirt poor people who think they're working on something $5. Like, they can't tell the difference between something that's valuable and not. And then, you know, everybody feels this fear and sense of like desperation. The effect of that is that it makes it more difficult for people to kind of get ambitious and try to do academic things to take us to the next level, because, you know, it's like more and more people would have the same attitude that my mom has. This is the attitude that my mother has about my website. Like, literally every time I mention it, I would say something like, yeah, I'm putting the menu of Livy on my website, you know, and then she goes, you have to stop it now. Everybody's in survival mode. Nobody will ever have time to look at the web thingy ever. And because of the survivalism. And so everybody's in survival mode. You know, the rich people, because they overbought, are in survival mode to try to make more money to pay off the bills for their 10th house and their 10th supercar and stuff. Because of the survivalism, and all of the people working 9 to 5 are survivalizing, and then this college kids have to survivalize, so there's no time to look at anything. Yeah, another kind of bizarre thing. I don't monitor how many people, and I want to get in the habit of it, but I don't monitor how many people look at my education page, which is where all the books come from. But I'm pretty sure almost nobody goes there, because, like, I think it says 862 people. But on my main page, it's like 6,492. So it's like almost only 1 out of every 10 people even click on the education page on my website. People go to my web page, like they find it, I guess, Googling me or looking at my YouTube channel or whatever. And I have a steady stream of people looking at my website. I think I cracked 4,600 people. Like, yeah, I think I get like 100 new people looking at my site every month, because it seems like I turn over that 100 every month. It's hard for me to remember, but I keep track of it with screen captures, just not in my head. And like every couple of weeks, I'll do a screen capture, and then when I see them, when I go through my files, I can put them all together, and I can monitor the growth of my site that way. But because I don't trust AdSense. But analytics. But and I don't even know if it works. at all on my site. But yeah, so only like a tenth of the people even click on the education page. So people still to this day in the year 2024 think that people have web pages. And it's totally beyond my ability to comprehend. It's like a totally different world, because if I were to look at somebody's website, before I would even read what the hell they have written about themselves, I would click to all the different links and see the layout of the site and see which pages exist and to see if there's anything interesting on there. But people don't do that with my site. They look at the front page. I don't even know how much of the front page they look at. They see the rainbow flashes or whatever, and then they kind of back out. And there's no over the last like year or two, there's only been like 10 more new people going to my education page, even though it's at the top. And which then opens up a whole nother can of worms I shouldn't talk about, but that's when people get super jealous, you know, and they're like, oh, this motherfucker, he just hanging out with a website all day long and not making any money. Like, there's people who get pissed at you for not making money, but it's a donation. So they get pissed at you for not getting donation, but it's out of my hands. And it's like super black and white. So I think I'm talking about that because like I have to create my own sense of accomplishment with my website for the time being. And if I were to be able to add a new page every day on here, it would give me a huge sense of accomplishment, man. I'd be like, you know, because then I could talk about it on my video. Like, you know, I did another book today, this one, and I can show it. So yeah, that's why I'm thinking about, like, see, look, the spinner just went away. So let's see if it scrolls now. Nope, spinner comes back. Fuck. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save it, because this computer could crash. And if it crashes, sitting around for an hour will have done fucking jack shit. The reason that I wanted to wait was just to scroll down and make sure that it didn't copy over everything else. Because if it copies over and I save it and then I accidentally upload it, it replaces what's online and then I lose it. I'd have to go on to one of my external hard drives to retrieve it again. But I'm pretty sure I didn't. So before the computer crashes, I might see that star means it's not saved. Maybe I should just go ahead and save it. Yeah, because if it spins around like this for more than like an hour or two, the program crashes. But so anyways, that's what I'm up to. Luckily it's only this book that it would do this. There's a couple of other books that are really big like this that could take over my computer, like Pliny is big like that. And once you get past 3,000 pages in a 2017 MacBook Pro, like you're looking at just spinning around for an hour. So if I was smarter, if we're more disciplined, I would just set my timer and stretch for 5 minutes, and then I'd come and look at it, and then I'd stretch for 5 minutes and come and look at it. But this is kind of like the tail end of my COVID, and so I don't know. So this is basically like welcome to a day of my life, just sitting around. I need to get on I'm attached to 9 different money raising sites, which don't make any money. I should go on those sites and I should maybe re-explain myself. But here we are. But this computer, I think, is strong enough to be able to handle the other pages. Okay. So, anyways, that's what I'm up to. It was rough sitting around and doing this work on this. I was remembering how, like, the reason why I quit working on my website, and I am not in any danger of having a relapse on my website. It's only with this book. because I'm kind of pressured. I really want to see if this book can get up there. But once I do the other books, yeah, I'll have a good balance. I was thinking about going to the gym today because I think I might be strong. Yesterday I organized my house. I cleaned up my house. That's only 1 day's worth of ferret shit. They poop literally everywhere. But by the time I was done, I was exhausted. I think I had like a 2-hour nap in the middle of the day yesterday. So I wasn't good yesterday, and my mom is still in the middle of the sickness. So that's kind of like my excuse. I might get my nugget, snip it off my plant, and just smoke. You can smoke wet nuggets. Here, let me show you if you think this is done. Like out of all of the 3 plants that I've grown this summer, like those ones are new. Those little plants, all those marijuana plants, like I threw them in the dirt like last month, a couple of weeks ago. I just throw them in there. I don't even bury them. I just throw them in there. And then they just pop up. But see, this plant is starting to like die. The plants that grow in my closet don't get that big. But this plant, like, it's so sticky. It's so thick. It's like rock hard. And then my fingers are sticky. But look at the dendrils. They're perfectly straight and white, so it tells you that it's not ready. But this is the one that I chopped off yesterday. You can see where I chopped it. Right there. So I might chop off another end of it. I might chop, so like if I were to chop this bit right here, that would be enough reefer to get me baked like all day long. This thing's got kick to it, man. So anyway, so this is what a closet plant looks like. It takes like 4 or 5 months or something, 6 months or something to grow. So those little guys, all of those plants. And if I run out of space, that's like a small closet. I could grow plants in here because that's a grow light. I have 2 rooms with grow lights. So, and then what the idea, I can't smoke weed anymore. Like I smoked weed yesterday, that nugget, and it gives me asthma all night long. I have like really bad asthma the rest of the day if I smoke weed. So, and then of course I'm thinking to myself, oh no, I'm gonna die early. I'm not one of these guys who thinks they can live 120 years. I'm one of these dudes that'll probably die like in 10 years. And I can't do that because I need to work on my website, you know? That's what I'm kind of slowly realizing. Like, I have to be kind of one of these dudes who's super physical fitness guy. Who's like not addicted to any drugs, who's going to live forever. Because I have a website that I have to tend to forever, you know? And that would, God, would that piss me off if I like died at the age of 70 because I just killed myself? And then my website doesn't evolve, and then the computers get better, and all these people who didn't care, they live on, and then they make websites, and I'm like, well, if I had just stayed alive, I could have gotten a lot farther with the website, you know. So, I kind of, I think I'm gonna use the excuse of me being sick today, because maybe I still am sick. Man, my muscles are so fucking sore. Like I'm like, I can see as I'm sitting here working on this, I was feeling how my body is still destroyed from working on this so long. I still have like a sore shoulder, and I can feel all my muscles have atrophied. Like you can tell, there's no muscle on me. Or strength. I can't even do a single push-up, can't do a single pull-up. It's really bad. And, but I do want to get this one book on. This one book. Which is a bummer because we may be stuck in a catch-22 over here. If I had money for another computer, you know, I don't think I'd have this problem. So I need to start writing. I'm not complaining. If you ever find yourself where you're the only one in the world who believes something and nobody else believes you, it's because you need to hone your writing skills. You need to write. Or you can make a really good video, YouTube video, or a TikTok video. I was thinking about making a really good TikToker about YouTube. I mean, about Atlantis. But yeah, just like sometimes they call it copywriting. You have to get good at writing and explaining yourself. And but that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, I am super fired up about this. So I really want to see. And it, you know, if I do look at the main page, it's like 300 pages of this thing condensed to 50 words per chapter, or 2,200 of these chapters. It'll take me all day long to read through it. So I might do that if I had my separate computer, because I only have this one computer now. The other one died. I would be able to be looking at the other computer right now and fixing it on the other computer. I kind of have double this computer power, but I can't. I'm staring at this thing. So anyway, maybe I'm gonna stop recording this, and maybe I'll look at another 5-10 minutes and just give up, and then just go to the gym. And because if I start stretching here in my house, I guess I could turn the timer on, the 5-minute timer, and after every 5 minutes look at the computer. But I get like addicted to this like it's crack. And I just start staring at the computer like, come on, one more revolution, 2 more revolutions, how many? And then for it never to come, so that's the problem. My birds are tweeting because I'm talking. They tweet normally also, but they really get excited when I start talking. It's like surround sound. I have 4 of them. They're super at home here. They like to do flybys and stuff. Anyways, here we are. Let's see what we got. Nope. So anyways, I didn't do a video yesterday because I was just too pressured on this. I should have. So I'm gonna actually upload this onto YouTube now. Me babbling for like fucking 20 minutes. But this is my Livy page, trying to do Livy. If you go and you check out Livy and it's on there, including the different menus, then I was successful. But that's my goal for the day. Alrighty, talk to you tomorrow.